Hi, I'm Mary Jo Feely with Fourth Dimension Healing. If you're like me, you like your sleep, right? And so, one of the beauties of crystal healing is that we don't have to lose those hours of sleep and not get a chance to work with crystals and stones. We can actually bring them into our sleep time. And we do that by having them placed near us, and I would say within 3 to 4 feet of our physical body while we're resting. Having them near us will allow our energy field and the energy fields of the stones and crystals to intersect and interconnect. That's where the healing takes place. I'm going to be showing you several stones. They are larger examples so that you can get a sense that perhaps you have a larger piece of one or other stones that I happen to show you. How can you place that near your sleeping area so that you can really benefit? I want to remind you that crystal healing has to do with intention. It's not about just throwing a rock next to our bed. It is about setting the intention that we are connecting with the properties of the stone or crystal that we're working with, and that they are, those energies, those properties are supporting our energetic needs and thus our healing of body, mind, spirit. Okay. I'm going to start with selenite. I'm going to start with selenite because selenite is a stone that is very helpful for dream time. It is a stone that resonates with the brow, the crown, and even those upper chakras above our head, those transpersonal chakras is what they're referenced. And so this is a great stone to have near you. Now, it's not uncommon for you perhaps to see selenite towers. You might even have one, right? And so having one of these near your bedside table, near your dresser, wherever it is, it's going to be close to you can be really helpful. Now, not all of us are going to have large pieces. And so I wanted to specifically give you an example of, in this case, a piece of selenite that's tumbled. So here's a very small piece of selenite. I like this size stone a lot because this is a size stone that you can place inside your pillowcase. And I do this all the time. My intention is going to kind of guide which stone I work with. However, the gemstone or crystal that goes inside my pillowcase is typically going to be about this size. Tuck it inside the pillowcase underneath the pillow. That way, you're not searching for it in the morning. You can swap it out easily, experience those same properties of the selenite, just much closer to your physical body. Now, depending on what your intention is, this is where the various stones are going to come in. And so I'm just going to show you some examples again. Here would be a piece of clear quartz. And I love this piece because, really, when I look at it, there's not much clear about it, yet it is clear quartz. And these um, pieces of quartz that are milky, they have occlusions, they have all kinds of mystery inside. These are the ones that can be really helpful. And these are great, again, for dream work because we are unraveling some of the things we've experienced throughout the day. Our subconscious is processing. We're also connecting with higher guidance. And so perhaps simple piece like this, again, just sitting right next to your bed would be a great way to do that. Sometimes what you may want to do is really connect with a sense of earth energy, yet gentle earth energy. Here's an example of a piece of amber. Again, I'm showing you larger pieces. Smaller pieces slipped in your pillowcase would work great too. The larger the piece, it's going to radiate out a little bit more, and you're going to be able to benefit from those properties by having them placed a little bit further away from you. Of course, sleeping with this kind of stone inside the pillowcase would be extremely uncomfortable. Here's a piece of optical calcite. Optical calcite, again, a really wonderful dreamstone. This is a stone that really connects with these higher chakras. And anytime we are working with getting a spiritual connection with higher wisdom, higher guidance, kind of getting our mind calm so that we can actually sense into that inner wisdom that's within us already, this would be an example of working with a piece of calcite, optical calcite. The other thing you could do is if you have a small piece, you can definitely slip it in your pillow. Know that it does tend to have little more edged pieces. So perhaps slipping it inside, like maybe a little sock first, and then in your pillowcase, it'll make it a little softer for you. Here is an example of Charoite. Charoite is a that helps connect upper chakras with heart. And this is, if you've heard my videos, this is one of my favorite stones to work with. I work with it all the time. Uh, Having a piece, again, if you have a little bit larger piece of Charolite, it's going to give that connection with those more inspirational energies and the heart-centeredness. Again, simply placing it near your bedside table. You're not going to want to put this in your pillowcase. I can assure you, you will have sleep issues, right? There are a couple others I wanted to show you real quick. One is amethyst. Now, amethyst comes in all kinds of different sizes and shapes, lots of tumbled varieties of amethyst. You might find them in spheres or egg shapes. But again, when you're working with any kind of a stone, in this case, it's a crystal, it's one of the quartz family. If it has a termination, you may want to have that pointed to you because energy is going to flow off the top of this point. You may want to have it pointed to you to bring in the properties. It may be that you'd actually like this stone to help clear out. Then just turn it away so it's pointing away from you while you have it resting on the bedside table. Super easy to do, super effective. And the final stone I want to show you is calcite. So calcite, all calcites are fiery stone. So they have that kind of active energy. And yet, blue calcite in particular is a wonderful stone to help calm the mind. And when we're sleeping, we want to relax. We want our brain state to shift from the activeness of the day into a deep, restful state. We want to be able to move in and out of those brainwave patterns that allow us to restore and repair and rest. And so, working with an example of a piece of blue calcite could be wonderful. If you have smaller pieces of calcite, about like that, that can work. Again, just like the optical calcite, it's going to tend to be a little bit more bumpy because it has a different crystalline structure. Again, perhaps slipping that inside a little sock or wrapping it inside like a little piece of cloth. A very small, soft pouch would be another way to be able to bring those properties into your energy field by slipping it inside your pillowcase. This would be a great way to do it if it's a larger piece that you want to have sitting next to you. So that's just these are just a few examples of how you can work with specific stones you may have, bringing them into your sleep time, bringing them in with the intention that their properties are going to be connecting with your energy field and you're doing the healing. The final thing I want to say about sleeping with gemstones and crystals is that because I'm going to pick up this blue calcite again, if we have been resting with this near us or a smaller piece inside our pillowcase, and we've been doing that for 6, 7, 8, 9 hours, however long it is that we sleep, our energy field has engaged with the frequencies of the zone. So we do not need to carry it throughout the day. We may want to, but we don't have to because it has connected with our energy fields. So I personally find that working with gemstones and crystals at night can help me be able to benefit from those properties and then maybe switch it up during the day and not necessarily feel like every single stone that I'm carrying is for a specific reason all the time. Sometimes you carry a stone because you love the stone, and it could be that the real work you're doing with gemstones and crystals is taking place when you're sleeping. So look at the links below this video if you want to learn more about crystal healing, how to work with crystals and stones, maybe even create grids. Take a look at my online school, the Center for Crystal and Healing Studies. I have a wide variety of courses available. Some are free mini courses. I have a free ebook about crystal healing, so take a look at those. I have a online shop, so you can take a peek at what I have available. Maybe there's something you'd like to purchase. The other thing about my shop is you can learn more about the stones you already have simply by going out to my shop, searching for your stone, and then learning more. Reach out if you have questions. I'm always happy to help get your questions answered so that you know how to feel more confident working with stones and crystals. For now, I simply wish you many blessings. Be well.